All right, man. So I know we got some stuff to talk about, and I know that it's a new year, and we'll talk about that too. But before we do, let's talk just a minute about 2024 for a second, man. Because with you being, part of the new Bloodline, I know I can talk to you. I know I can talk to you. Like, dude, how happy, how like good it feels to have Jacob Fatu in WWE. How much he brought to it in 2024,
bro.
Dude.
If he WWE did 3 good things in the past. Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill, Jacob Fatu. If we have to number them, Jade is 3. Cody is 2.
Oh yeah.
Jacob is 1.
Dude, like Jacob
is 1.
Jacob has been like what I thought Tama Tonga was going to be when he came in.
I knew Tama Tonga was going to be toilet water because of Japan. Like, no. He was going to be toilet water the whole time. But because Cody finished the story, that was big. You know what I'm saying? But now it's.
But I'm gonna be honest. I'm ready for Cody to give up that title, man, because he's been kind of annoying since he's had it.
Dude, they're making him the new Cena.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn on Cody, man. I'm like, okay, you call yourself the American Nightmare, but you're gonna be Mr. Smiley and go around and hugging and
John Cena, bro. John Cena.
It's weird, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I was happy with how it all played out with him winning the title. I don't know that he needs a crazy long run. He's had it coming up on a year now. We can call it a day, man.
So here you go. You ready for my prediction? Here's my prediction. Whatever the next pay-per-view is, or the next 2, what's gonna happen? Roman is going to be about to beat Solo. The Rock is going to come out. He's going to interfere, and it's going to come out that The Rock has been behind Solo the whole time. The Rock is going to beat Cody because he told him, when I come back, I'm coming for you. He's going to beat Cody for the title. WrestleMania, Rock reigns.
I don't know. Well, but they've already booked that.
But Cody messed it up. Remember, they never fought.
No.
Of Cody.
I'm saying, didn't they announce Cody and Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble, like a ladders match?
Yeah, and Cody's going to keep the belt.
So you're saying like they'll so you're saying like an elimination chamber?
So if it's gonna be
February.
Cody and
Kevin Owens,
don't win the Rumble. Him, and as soon as Cody beat Kevin Owens, he's gonna be all busted up. The Rock is gonna come, cash it in, and he's gonna take the belt. Roman is coming for The Rock, and it's going to be Rock versus Roman WrestleMania. The Rock contract is only for 3 matches.
But if it happened that way though, Rock and Cody would be at WrestleMania.
So yeah. So when he win the Rumble, it's going to be kind of like Money in the Bank. He's going to come out and be like, I want my shot now.
Oh, so you think because elimination chambers in between them?
Yeah.
You think he'll say, I want a 5-man elimination chamber?
No, because The Rock has 3 matches in his contract, and he already used 1.
But I'm saying, when will him and Cody fight?
I think since he a director and he got all his power, he's going to be like, when Owens and Cody finished, he gonna bring a ref out there and be like, ring the bell, and he gonna beat him, and he gonna take the belt.
Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
That's my prediction. You know, like how the people say on TV, this is just my opinion. It's not financial advice. Yeah. So Jacob Fatu, back to what you originally said. Best thing they could have done. Now, the worst thing they've done, CM Punk.
Dude,
I'm gonna just throw that out there. CM Punk.
Yeah. Anyway, what's good, y'all? It's a 520 collective. GodChaserz is in the building, if you haven't noticed.
GodChaserz, baby. Yeah.
GodChaserz, baby. Hey, you talked about New Japan, dude. Let's talk about Japan a little bit. You've been like taking up residence in Japan, I think.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit, man.
Well, you know, a few years ago, 2019, I went out there and hooked up with a few ministries, did some music out there, and I already had like a following in that country, and I wanted to see how big it was, you know. And then I kept going, it got bigger, and did some ministry in 2022. Did more last year. I rapped in 3 cities in 2022. Osaka did 2023, performed in front of like 50,000. So God has really been opening doors and you know, blessing, and I got some other plans, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not going to reveal yet, but it's going to be some good things, because I believe God has a heart for that country. You know, he died for the whole world, so that country is included. I got love for Duval, but the world is big, bro, and the Great Commission is just not limited. Yeah, 50,000 people. It's nothing to sneeze at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's like a one or two more than at that Rolling Loud concert. But we won't talk about that though. It's fine.
Right. You know, and so I got the rap, dude. I did, I don't know, maybe an hour set, you know, and did some street ministry. Did some preaching, some chase God moves, you know what I'm saying? Great Commission stuff.
Yeah, man. And now you're back in 2025. Happy New Year.
Happy New 25. It's some wild stuff happening. Yeah, I mean, I already got a Japan book. I'm going to London this year. I'm going to Paris. All that's already booked. So, you know, God making some serious moves.
Yeah, man. And you got a new album. Well, getting ready to have a new album out here that we're going to talk about, right? Like,
I mean, it's out on GodChaserz.com, you know, site, but for everybody else, you know, they have to wait till the 17th unless they go to GodChaserz.com and download it. I mean, it's already there. The vinyl there, you know.
Oh, vinyl. Yeah,
bro. So the new Bloodline got vinyl. Yeah.
There you go, man. Yeah. You got like a vinyl plug or something, because I thinking like they were having trouble with vinyl there for a while. Isn't that what was happening?
You know, that was actually, it was user error. That was me, bro. So the record player I had, it had a setting. This is a new, you know, one of these 2024 record players. So the setting on the record player is like when it gets towards the end, so the needle won't hit any of the stickers in the middle, it will stop the whole record, and you have to change the setting so it doesn't happen. I'm thinking it was the record player, so it was user error.
That's all right.
What you gonna do? Who knows it?
Right. Well, let's take a look here, man. New album, Losing Daylight. Brinson, GodChaserz 2025, as you said, available at GodChaserz.com right now, hitting DSPs January 17th, man. Look at that. That's good looking stuff right there, man. Let's talk about it, dude, because here's the thing. Like, you had a big album in 2024 with Lower Prepared Table. Now, it was an interesting album because it kind of had like two parts. It's almost like two projects put together, right? You had the first half, which is kind of like what everyone, traditionally would expect from Brinson, right?
Yeah.
And then you had the back half that kind of caught most people off guard. Like, whoa, what's this? Like, you were experimenting with sounds. You were bringing in different genres of music into yours. And I think it opened some people's eyes of like, well, one, what you are capable of as an artist, but two, like what can be done within the sphere of Christian hip hop in general, man. And what I wanted to ask you was like, because I think you and I talked last year around the time that album was coming out, and you were like, man, I wanted to try some stuff, but I was hesitant to do a whole album like this, man. But you kind of dipped your toes in the water a little bit. You tried it out. So with this new album, Losing Daylight, what did that experience with those, like that back half of Lord Prepared Table, how did that influence or impact the way you approached this new album?
It was real freeing. Like, I felt free from Lord Prepared Table, that I could just take the rule book of Christian hip hop and burn it and throw it out the window, because if you listen to like my discography, every album I've been dipping my toe into it. Like, I would have at least one song that's completely left field, and with Lord Prepared Table, I just was like, just make music you want to hear and just do it like nobody is looking at you. Like, if nobody is looking, what would it sound like to make this music? And then after I created it, I still had some of that back half, and I knew I wasn't done creating in that space. So going into Losing Daylight, it's like a continuation of that album, so I was free to do it because I was like, okay, I did it, it worked, and it caught people by surprise. Now I'm in my head like, all right, one, I'm still upset because that album didn't get enough eyes on it, and I just felt like, nope, if you go into outer space, you like, y'all was either scared to go to outer space with me, or it just didn't hit your ears. That algae rhythm just was hating or something. I don't know.
Well, do you think that has to do with the fact that like CHH is very much like dominated by one sound in any particular time?
No, I think it's all about visibility, who hears it, how you can cut through the algorithm to get in front of people. Because I run into people all the time, like once a week, and they were like, oh, I know you did something new. I don't see your stuff in my timeline. So it's like, how do you cut through? And most of the time you have to pay Meta to do so, unless people are really like tapped in with what you're doing. That, and it's so many pockets of CHH, right? You got your hog mobs, you got your indie tribes, you got your KJ52 people, you got your reach folks, you got your folks who tapped in with Dre Murray, you got the people who listening to man, God Over Money. You got all these pots of people that, when you're somebody like a Brinson who gets filters of every pocket, it's like how do you I don't think anybody has the answer of how you go and filter without like dropping like $100,000. You know what I'm saying? The 100,000 you can get to people, but it's a lot. It's algorithm. A lot is people really in tune to what you're doing. Like it's so much content dropping, you don't know who to stay in tune for. Like, dude, when I heard the new KJ album, I was like, this was not on my 2024 bingo card to be like, I'm enjoying this like way beyond I would think, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't been tapped in with him for years, you know what I'm saying? But this project he got, I'm really digging, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot because you got FiveTwenty, you got Track Stars, you got Zilla, you got all of these, Mr. Rare, you got the Bookkeeper, you got all of these media forms, and everybody is, sending out different stuff, and you don't know who's catching what, so
yeah. Well, I think one thing I'm gonna pull this cover art because man, this cover art is nice. Right there. I think this one you're gonna tap into an audience that I don't even know if they're rocking with CHH right now or not. That's the question. Because I mean, the sonic experience here on Losing Daylight, man, it's different, man. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Listen through it a couple of times. I really like it. Like, I'm hoping that some vinyl exists. Whenever I got a little extra spending cash,
go ahead. It's on the site. Get it, bro. Get it.
Well, I gotta have a little bit of spending cash there to do. But I want it's one that I want because, dude, like it's. I don't know how do you explain it? How do you explain the sound of this? Because it's like you have like, you kind of mess around with a little bit EDM, especially in More Prepared Table. But I don't even know if it's necessarily even EDM in this one. It's like kind of jazzy. I don't know. How do you explain it?
We did some Afro beats. We did some jazzy stuff. We did some boom bap. We did some. I took myself in a thought of decades. Like one song is 70s. Another song is kind of 80s crossing over like 80s pop and Tokyo pop, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the stuff that you're going to expect from me because I'm always thinking like there is a certain group of people who's following Brinson for a certain Brinson sound, and it's like I'm gonna do what I do.
But even go ahead, dude. I think the tracks where you're more like rapping, maybe like people would expect. Even those though have a unique approach.
Yeah. I
felt like it, man. I mean,
it's all evolution of sound because I'm like, you want to push people's ear because if you're so used to hearing that one sound. And when your ear hears something else, it's gonna perk up like, oh, this is something else that I need. And then you're gonna search out like, what else is there? From song to song. Because I made about 40 songs for this album, and I took like the best.
Well, it's different. It's different if your approach and your intent is, I'm just gonna make some vibey stuff that's. Catches people's ears as opposed to I'm going to focus on making some art. And I felt like you made art with this album. It's like what made Jeremiah Blygen's album be a standout for me for 24. It's like it was something very different. He was bringing in, like guitar melodies and just a different approach to it, and I think that's what you've done here on this one, man. Because even like one of my favorite records here, the one with Ready, In the Now, right?
Whoa, yeah,
dude. I mean, because like I had a certain expectation, like okay, it's medallions, the bar is a certain place on that, but even like with that is like, okay, you get the Medallions lyrical, you know, approach to it, but even with that, the sound, I like it's one that it probably would have been out of place on the Medallions album.
You think so?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to put it in the track listing and run it through, I guess. But I feel like I feel like you did what you did was you took where you started with that back half last year, and you said forget it, and did a whole project that works together from start to finish instead of feeling like, I mean, as much as like people and myself included, you know, like Lord Prepare a Table, it did feel like two separate parts, like maybe like two EPs together, you know, or it could have very easily been that way, you know what I'm saying? Because I think people like, for me, it was like, okay, I liked the first half. This is what I expect from Brinson. This is what I expect from GodChaserz. And then like in that second half, it is like, wait, what? You know, and then you kind of wanted more. Well, now you got the more of it.
Right. Well, yeah, that's because I was like, you can't do that and then go to another project and not do any of it. Like I had more songs of it, but I'm like, maybe I should save it and just make a whole thing just out there and see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah. So another feature I wanted to ask you about, man, and because of the overall sonic experience on this album, you've got Monster Tarver on the project.
Yes.
Was there any concern about how he would fit in with the direction that the project was going? Because like he's got that very, you know, gritty, I mean, dog in his voice, you know, I don't know another way to say it, but I mean,
he has a great vocal tone. Great vocal tone. Now, I wasn't concerned at all because me and him has been talking about doing music for like so many years. When he first came out, and he says this all the time. He was like, Brinson, you was the first guy to encourage me and show me love and let me know that I could do this. And he's been like, we gotta do a song. We gotta do a song. So it was like, man, I've never done a song with him. And I was like, and people, he's a great lyricist. You know what I'm saying? And he's a monster. And people, I know people wouldn't expect me to rock to do a song with him, because you know most people won't do a song with him because you know he gonna put him in a vortex. You know, like, you know. So, but I didn't have any concerns at all because you know I think the song that I chose, when I heard the beat, I was like, this is him. You know, and I was like, and we can make something really great with the production, because I think that song has great production on it, and the guy Deondre David killed the hook. I sung the hook, but I told him, I said, just keep the words and you do what you want to do with it. Like I said, I'm gonna delete what I did forever because he made it sound amazing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think, you know, obviously in January it's hard to know exactly what the full year is going to look like whenever, you know, it comes to like what you're going to hear throughout the whole year, you know. But man, you're kicking off the year in a good way here. Like I think what makes me appreciate it is trying to think how to say it where it doesn't sound weird, but like, I don't know, to me it's like this like lightness, it's like this kind of airiness, relaxing, like it's a refreshing approach to Christian hip hop, man, that I don't think we see very often in this space. And one thing I was thinking about was like, man, you're gonna be able to tap in, like we were saying a little bit ago, you know, with people who haven't been able to necessarily maybe find this kind of sound in CHH, and maybe they're out there searching, and it's going to allow you access to help share this gospel message with people that may not have been willing to listen into a lot of other artists because of their particular preferences in music. You know,
I think what you're saying is really interesting. Like, just for my curiosity, what type of art, what type of fan, supporter, listener are you referring to? Like, what specific sound you think?
I think you're gonna get in with people who that don't even consider themselves hip hop heads. I think that you're getting into a more eclectic audience that just happens to be willing to listen to hip hop sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're out here playing a flute and doing all that kind of stuff, but I mean it's kind of, you know, it's kind of Andre 3000, right? Where he's like willing to do a lot of stuff that other people wouldn't dare touch, and because of it, you know, he's not trapped in that hip hop box, you know, and he's got audiences that are accepting of him, you know, that could care less about hip hop.
Right. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I let this guy I used to rap with hear the project, and he made a comment. He said he felt like if DJ Premier and Organized Noise had a baby, it would be Losing Daylight.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with it, but that's just what something he said. I was like, that's interesting. I don't see it, but I mean, when you bring up 3 Stacks, you know, Organized Noise and him did a lot of music together. But I mean, I think people just scared to venture into different sounds. Like, what we pigeonholing for? Like, man, God has, it's so many frequencies in sound and in instrumentations that we ain't even crossed over in yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's
there's a lot,
just like how
there's a lot of, like, I don't know if this is it's actually a word, but there's like a high level of like instrumentality to it.
Instrumentality.
Yeah.
Quote him. Instrumentality. Whoa. Look, dude, that need to be in like my press kit. Instrumentality. Shoot.
Yeah, it's a different mental approach, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. What do I know?
No, bro, that's
like,
a great word.
Because like how many people did you get responses to from the Lord Prepare a Table album?
Great,
that you were like, wait, well, like people that you were like, where'd you come from? I've never seen you before or whatever, you know, like,
dude, I had rappers calling me like, what is this? You know, super hip hop heads was like, I love this album because I don't feel like I'm listening to rap, but it is rap and it's great music. Yes. So,
well, and you know, we've said it a lot though, but there's a difference between saying something and doing something. As far as like, you get a lot of people that are like, hey, Christian hip hop should be, or Christian music in general, right? Or Christian creatives across the board, like, take it beyond even music, should be trend setting, should be dictating what the new sound is. Right?
I already know this. The Lord Prepare Table and Losing Daylight is going to influence a whole bunch of people. They may not even say it, but when I see it, they're going to be like, and then years gonna pass by, and be like, oh, you know, I was listening to Losing Daylight, and then I just made that. You know, I used to be like, oh, it's cool to be first to do it. That don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? If you the first and nobody hears it, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be visible and do it and ask God to bless it and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what are your expectations or goals for this project?
So I believe it's probably going to be, if not my biggest, or it's going to be one or two. The reason being, I put a lot of heart into Lord Prepare Table, right? And I don't think it did what it was supposed to do, right? The heart that I put in that, I didn't put in this one. And because I didn't, and because my expectations and my emotional investment is different, people gonna love this one. And I'm gonna just be shaking my head like, but you didn't hear that. But you can't control that, you know. But people say that all the time, and I think this is gonna be one of those ones that people gonna be like, yo, this is the one. Like, you know, I mean, I didn't slack on my creative juices. It was just the emotional investment. You know what I'm saying? Because Lord Prepare Table, I had to jump off a cliff. Like, it's either you're gonna love it or you're gonna be like, this dude needs to be stapled to an altar or something. He need deliverance. So I didn't have to jump off a cliff for losing daylight. I was already skydiving, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, we know we can do this. Let's venture out more and see what's in there. So I think people really gonna rock with them. So you mentioned two songs. Are those your favorite two, In the Now and I Was Finished?
Oh man, dude. There was a lot that I liked on here, man. The one with Davina I thought was really good.
Yeah.
What was that? Wait on You?
Yep.
Okay. I thought the first track, Criminal, I think it just caught me off guard a little bit. Like, it was just, you know, like I wasn't sure what I don't think
know
I
what
was
was
sure
happening.
what I was going to hear, and then I wasn't sure what I was going to go into based off of Lord Prepare a Table, and then that hit me, and I was like, well, I don't think I was necessarily prepared for that either. So I thought Criminal was. I think it's an interesting lead track. You know, like it's an interesting way to bring them into this this experience here. You know, I kind of like the last one too. The
Angel Frequencies.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah. So
let
me ask you this, because let me ask you this, because you know, obviously the correct answer to this we won't know for quite a while, but knee jerk, out the box reaction. If you were placing this somewhere in the rankings of your catalog, I know you said you think it'll end up one or two. Where do you put it this moment, though?
I think people are gonna put it one or two. I think the overall masses are gonna be like one or two. Where I put it,
because your catalog's deep.
Yeah, this 13.
Yeah,
this 13, bro. This the teenager.
so where are you putting it out the gate?
I don't know, because Prepare Table to me, because I said the emotional investment, that's one today. I don't know, man. Knee jerk, because it's like, you know, it's like your children. You don't want to be like, you pick one child over another and they all just different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to leave that to the people to decide. See, let me tell you. Let me just say this to like some of the media folks out there, Eric. Just say this to the media folks. I don't understand. Can I be? I'm not going to be petty. I'm just be honest for a moment. I don't understand how nobody in the Christian hip hop media has done a Brinson top 10 album list. I don't get it. Anyway, so I just had to say that. I could say it on 520. I could say it here. This is a safe space.
Yeah.
Safe space.
Yeah,
safe
ain't no one care what we say here, so it's fine.
Safe space. Safe space. Man, let me answer the question. Knee jerk reaction. Knee jerk. I'm trying to think if I had a better rap than Angel's Frequencies on an album. That Angel Frequencies might be a top 5 Brinson verse. Beat wise, it's production wise, it's up there. It might be 3 today. It might be 3. It might be 3 today.
Behind what?
I don't know. Lower prepared table. Is Uno. 2. Oh man. Maybe. I don't know, man. Because it's so different from Throw the Crown, because Throw the Crown was more commercial, more vibey.
And well, I was gonna say, what do you think about that? I see this album having a real shot at landing number 2 on my list behind Throw the Crown. I think Throw the Crown.
You Throw the Crown, you're 1?
Well, yes.
Okay.
But I say that with the caveat and the very acknowledged bias of that holds a kind of a different place for me personally, because it was like the first album where I had to be a little part of the process on it, so
yeah, because you did the vinyl, you did some other stuff. Yeah.
It was, so it holds up a special place. And I mean, honestly, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it may have my favorite Brinson song, like with Through the Fire.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Yeah. See, that's yeah.
But like you said, it's also a very different, and like Through the Fire is a very good song. It also, when you say commercial, I mean, it has that commercial element to it, where I could have easily heard it in a million places.
A million, right? Right. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And plus, and this album is Losing Daylight is more condensed. I think it's way more laser focused because it's only 10 tracks. Like every other album got like 15 songs. This is like really condensed and really like focused.
Yeah.
What did you think about Miss Bodycount?
Well, I saw the title. I was like, all right, and so I had a certain expectation. I think it is a message that obviously a very specific audience needs to hear, and one that isn't being shared or said. And I think that's because of more where like Christian hip hop is on a whole, and the fact that so I think it's definitely a message. Like, honestly, it may, I don't know, maybe I'm just slacking and I don't listen to enough of the female artists in CHH. I don't know, but it's a song that I think I could have easily heard, when one of the female MCs putting out,
well,
but it's good to hear
they're welcome. They're welcome to make Mr. Bodycount. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be dope. Female MCs, game on.
Where's Under 5 at? Where's she?
I was on her Instagram. She living her best life.
Yeah.
Family
Dude,
vacations, studios, all that stuff.
Man, dude, I've been sitting here scrolling through stuff. Dude, Thorns is up there for me too, though.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why, that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I think it would be hard for media conglomerate to do a top 10, because that means you have to take out 3. And what 3 will you do?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Dude, what's the deal? What's up with this, man? I'm looking on YouTube Music right now. New Bloodline album, Explicit. What's up with that?
I have no, dude, there's nothing explicit about this album, unless I don't know, bro. I saw it and I was like, but why? I don't know.
Is that Roman Reigns? I guess.
WWE was hating.
Right. So, all right, man. So here it is, man. This is the elevator pitch time, man. Why are people going and not only listening and streaming? Which, I mean, yes, listen and stream if that's what you're able to do, right? But if you're able to purchase,
yes,
obviously we want you to purchase a little bit more. But what are you telling people, man?
If you want it before the 17th, go to GodChaserz.com. So GodChaserz.com has had the album available since December. And on the 10th of January, it's going to be on Bandcamp. And then it's going to be on like all streaming platforms. So everybody has the opportunity to get it before. But I want to, it's a reward for people who directly supports our label. You know what I'm saying? We want to thank them first, you know. So if you want to, my thing with people is, if an artist you like has a Bandcamp or has a website, support them directly there, because that's more impactful than Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that stuff. Because for the ecosystem, it's better.
Right.
So I just went around your question. I know I didn't answer it, so you got to ask me again.
I say give them the elevator pitch, man, as to why they're going out and they're going to spend their hard-earned dollars on this project, man.
On Losing Daylight, one, you know what they, well, I guess you don't know what they expect from Brinson, but it's gonna be Christ-centered. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be full of the word. If you are a super Bible nerd, you're gonna get a lot of bars that's not surface level Christian rap. You're gonna get some stuff like, oh, he pulled that out. You know what I'm saying? Great music, great features, great production. It's gonna be something that's gonna last, and the replay value is definitely gonna be there. So, and it's safe. It's safe. You're not gonna have to think about some of the stuff that you might have to keep away from your kids and stuff. So it's this album is for all levels, from the Flintstone chewable level to the master's degree in divinity. So, you know, we hitting all, and it's fun. I mean, what's your take from it, Eric? You heard it before everybody.
Dude, I mean, so the reason I want to get it on vinyl, and I don't have a whole lot of vinyl, but I mean, I feel like it's one that I could just put on in the house, you know, on a Saturday or something, and just let it play, and it be a good soundtrack to whatever's happening. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So it's like I could see, like, it's got such a variety of sounds that I think, you know, and we got a big family, dude. We got 7 people in this house, so I think there's
everybody gonna like one, right?
Yeah. It's not gonna be like, oh, Dad's listening to rap. Well, no, they're, you know,
it's something else.
Like it's got all those other elements in it, man. So I think that's what makes it unique and makes it stand out, and why it's a good album heading into a time where I feel like 2025, you know, is going to be a little bit of a shift in the world of Christian hip hop. You know, we saw boom bap and gritty really have a moment in 2024, and I think it's going to get even bigger. I think maybe we're starting to move past just trap and vibes and whatever, what's been at the forefront for the past like decade or whatever, to where I don't know, and maybe some of that's just because some of us are getting older or whatever. I don't know, and we want something more than that, and we need something a little deeper. Like it's interesting, man. Hey, if y'all have not watched it, go check out the last 520 IXC of 2024 where we talked about does like deep theology and like grown man stuff. Does that hurt content for Christian creators?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the Christian experience is for everybody, and it's so many people that, you know what I'm saying, that don't want youth group music, and it's a lot of people who do want it. Some people lives are so boggled down with overthinking, being analytical, being super logical in their jobs and their lives. They want the vibes so they don't have to think. They're just using it for pure entertainment that glorify God. Other people want to consume stuff like podcasts, but they want their rap more podcasts. They want that introspective. What can I get out of this? Is this going to not just entertain me but feed my spirit? Like what can I get that's going to be like, okay, I need to dive in the word? And hopefully Losing Daylight hit everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your party stuff, you got your different vibes, you got your grown man, you got a song from the 70s. Like, why not? Yeah.
Well, and the thing about it is we're never going to run out of new young rappers that are going to take care of the other side of stuff, man. We need some people with some longevity to be able to hit a more maturing audience. So,
right.
So that's good. Speaking of some young rappers, before we get out of here, man, you sent a little something my way before we hopped on here that you said we could
wait before you go to it. I got to shout out Oatmeal. Because bro, let me tell you something. Let me talk in let me look at the camera. Listen, you hip hop.
What do you want to talk about?
Listen, you hip hop people. That's Cody Rose. What you guys want to talk about? Listen, you hip hop people. You've been sleeping on Oatmeal, and he has been destroying everything that he has been a part of for the past 2 years. I gotta shout him out because he's on. We shot a music video for this song on Losing Daylight called "Turn." Odie ate the verse. That's all I'm saying. Ate the verse. He went berserk. He went berserk on Luda Great album. He went berserk on his album. Him and Nazarite was putting out songs all through 2024. Berserker. It's like Wolverine, berserker rage. Like, I don't know what else we have to do. Like, you put him on a song. He was on Jared Allstar, Less is More. He went to work. Oatmeal is serious. All right. That's my plug.
Hey, it's a good plug, man.
That's my plug.
That's my plug. Tee up this video that we're gonna take a look at.
So if you've been under a rock or the algorithm have been plugging your ears and putting blinders over your eyes, we GodChaserz has a new artist called, his name is Luda Great. Super young dude, super young. On fire. Let me preference this. On fire for God. On fire for Jesus. It's all Jesus with Luda Great, and this song is called How We Worship. It's brand new. By the time this come out, it's already out because Eric got the super advanced copy. So let's get into it. Will Thomas directed it. How We Worship, featuring Thanos of CHH.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Will Thomas, man.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, we'll tell you. And for the YouTube algorithm, just know that we're doing this for reviewing purposes. YouTube, don't come causing any strikes. We'll pause it maybe some stuff and say some things as we go here, but yeah, man. Let me know that you can hear this, Brinson. We should I probably should test this before we got going, but here we go. All right, are we hearing it already?
Yeah, it's a little choppy, but if it's playing good for you, then it's gonna play good for everybody else.
Okay.
Wide open, asking God to change me, mold me into His image. Christ has saved me. Born in the manger, came as a baby, delivered me from death. That's a fact. No, maybe seated on the throne with lightning and thunder. G1 way, no, gotta proclaim what He did in my life. Give Him fame. Pull me out the mirror clay and set me on a rock. Set me free and broke my chains. Went astray like the flock. Left the 99 for the one. Praise the only Son died on the cross and won. To the sting.
Okay, I gotta ask because we've seen Brinson, we've seen Lou the Great. Odie just pops up in the background. Where did Odie come?
Oh, Odie was there the entire shoot, and
it's like
he was helping.
I don't
know. That's what they call a cameo. He got to get his cameo in.
Was he like laying on the ground and like, okay, when the camera pans away, I want you to pop up and just be there.
It was that Doctor Strange, he came through the portal and Odie just jumped in. Yep.
Dude, so you said Lou's young, but he's the newest member of GodChaserz, man. I think you see the potential just listening to a track like this, man. Like before we move on with it, like what was like one thing that jumped out at you that you were like, okay, I want to get him on GodChaserz?
So I knew Lou when he was in high school, and every time I seen him, he was weeded up, just not loving God. And I would always tell him, I was like, when you stop playing in the world, I know you do music, it's a label waiting on you. And then I think one of his friends got murdered or something like that, and then he just gave his life to the Lord. And he said while he was repenting and praying, he prayed to the Lord. He was like, God, let me just be with somebody who love God. Let me rap with Brinson or something. And that was his prayer. And when we talked and reconnected when he got out of high school, and he told me all that happened, and I'm just listening to this dude who had no Jesus on his mind at all. Just talk about the things that he's reading, how God is transforming him, what he been dreaming about, talking about the Holy Spirit, talking about what he read and what relation he got, and how God is changing his heart, and and talking to his parents, and they saying how this ain't the same kid, and then I just word to him, because I told him when he's waiting on him. So I said, our label is going to invest in him, because I believe that God got a call on him. And I've been taking him everywhere. I took him to Kingdom Choice with me when we do concerts. He goes and just to see the way how grateful to God that all of this is going. He was just like, man, I can't give God enough praise for me to be on this label and to see all of this. And he using his all to glorify the Lord. I mean, that's what this thing is about, right? Like, people come into the Lord, and if you got that talent and you like, I want to give God everything, like having a label, to me, having a label should give people who was on fire for God and want a platform to showcase and express the love of God that they already got to bring others in. And I think this song is such a testament of who he is at his core, and that's a worship of God. And just like the first line did it for me. He was just like heart wide open, asking God to save me. Like that was it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was just excited to be allowed to be in the process, you know, and God, you know, God got GodChaserz here to push guys like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Let's get back into it, man. No, we got the hook coming
Go.
up here. Luda Great, How We Worship.
Death, beat it. By his stripes we are healed, he was bleeding. His death and resurrection while I'm breathing. Gave us his, I'ma keep it. His spirit driven, I ain't leading. Jesus said it's finished, it's completed. So that mean my sin is deleted. At the right hand of God, he is seated. 10,000 tons can do you.
Oh, who's that man? Mama, there he is. There he is. 10,000 tons. Come on.
Let's go.
Jeez,
Bible bars.
Put up.
Bible bars.
Just this is none other that I trust my life with. I worship because who Christ is holy, holy, holy. We all revere. Let there be and we all appear. Galaxies, universe, all bow to you. Righteous judge, my mother, all you.
Where'd y'all
In some
shoot
woods.
this? Obviously.
We was in Jacksonville on the south side of town. Found some woods. Will Thomas told me he wanted to do something in a wooded area. He was like, we got to find some places, and I had a place of mine, so we went. I went and I didn't like walk really deep in it when I went to go see it, but he was like, let's go. I was looking for snakes the whole time. That's why I'm rapping and I'm looking down.
Yeah, man, it's nice.
I'm like, I'm just listening. You gotta be ready.
All right, let's keep rolling.
God can give us life, other life outside of Christ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that cinematic ending too.
Oh yeah. Will Thomas is on his cinema.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Luda Great. Odie.
Shout out to Luda Great.
Videos. So
I'm like,
2025.
2025, GodChaserz starting off with a bang. We dropping videos, we dropping albums. It's gonna keep going.
Big year for GodChaserz, right? So
oh yeah, facts. Super facts.
Before I say let's go and get up out of here, man. Anything that you can tell people to be keeping an eye out for from GodChaserz throughout the year? Anything that confirmed at this point that you can share?
I think we all dropping music, bro. I think ReadyWriter's almost done with his new project. Nazarite is done with 3 projects. Odie is working. We're gonna do some more with Lou album, The Ticket. Maybe drop some additional singles. This vinyl, I'm gonna just say this. Anytime we put out a vinyl from here on out, it's gonna have exclusives on it. So if you get the Losing Daylight album, it's gonna be stuff you can't get anywhere else. Like the new Bloodline, it has 3 exclusives. Some of that is never on. I'm never gonna post it online. If somebody posts it, it's they had to get the record and then put it online. Like, and I think some of the best rapping is on that stuff. So yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
bro. I think so. If you're not seeing GodChaserz in your timeline, go to our pages and start liking stuff. So the algorithm, you could tell it to put us in the forefront and turn on all of your notifications on GodChaserz Cinema on YouTube.
Yeah, man. New medallions. Can we make that happen? Can we make that happen? ReadyWriter.
ReadyWriter need to be on the show. That's all.
He does. I've been telling him that for like 12 years.
Have y'all had Jared on the show?
Yeah. Didn't Jared come on with you?
Yeah.
Or am I mistaken?
No, by himself. I mean, he got a new album, Born in the Hood, Raised in the Church. That's pretty dope. It's a really dope project. You know, who else is doing stuff? K9 is gearing up. Fidel told me he's doing some new stuff. Everybody, this is a great time to be a Christian hip hop fan. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my question is, I want to know from people who do they want me on songs with? Like I don't know. I mean, it's a handful of people I haven't done music with who I've been wanting to do music with. So I got to try to get that done this year.
Okay. Well, my current bias would say Bligin, because I've been on that.
We've
album.
never made music together. I like what he does. I would love to do some music with him. That'd be dope.
You listen to the new album?
It's on my list. It's on my list because I've been seeing so much good stuff. Like,
dude,
yeah,
so good, so good.
There you go.
So, that's what's up, man.
He like wrestling too. He like wrestling too. This, hey,
it's meant to be, man. It's meant to be.
Yeah.
Again, y'all. Losing Daylight is the album. Daylight. You can get it now at GodChaserz.com. You can get it on Bandcamp on January 10th.
Yep.
And then streaming beginning January 17th, man. Check it out. Brinson, as always, man, we appreciate you hanging out with FiveTwenty, man. I'm sure it won't be the last time we see you in this new year. So,
oh yeah, that's right. Shout out to the FiveTwenty squad. You know what I'm saying? All the brothers who put it down every Monday on the podcast. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for being a great voice in Christian hip hop. That's much needed.
We try, man. We try. Y'all know what it is, though. Tune in Mondays for FiveTwenty IXC. For the whole squad, KD the Vessel, Big Swiss, Mr. C Live, it's Eric Boston, it's Brinson, it's FiveTwenty Collective, Indie Christian Culture, man. Let's go.
Let's go.